Joining me now from the Saudi capital, Riyadh, is Panos Muntsis, the UN's humanitarian coordinator for Syria. And Mr. Muntsis, I have to put to you that this has been international failure after international failure again today.
No, indeed, as the regional humanitarian coordinator, I have to really share our frustration for the lack of progress on the humanitarian cessation of hostilities, and really the fact that we have not been able to take any humanitarian convoy. The situation inside East Ghouta is really desperate. There's a need for food supplies, for medical supplies. Most importantly, the protection of civilians is really at risk. And it's not just in East Ghouta, because the Security Council resolution is applicable throughout the totality of the Syrian territory. So places like Afrin, Idlib, all these other locations, we still really see hostilities taking place with a very dramatic impact on the civilian population.
And aren't we now seeing the complete undermining of the United Nations? That Security Council resolution is irrelevant. It has been overtaken by what Russia has decided alone.
Sadly, we see one more time the failure of the international humanitarian diplomacy, the failure really of the political will to bring a change on an extreme humanitarian situation and a situation that we see on the ground. It's really, we all thought for a moment that the passing of the resolution was going to enable us, to allow us to bring humanitarian assistance into these locations, but clearly this is not the case. Security Council resolutions must be respected, must be applied in their totality. If they are voted, really the countries who voted them, really to honor them, to allow us to be able to bring a much needed humanitarian assistance to the people in multiple locations.
Well, we've seen France and others trying to put some pressure on Russia today to try and bring in a full ceasefire. I see that you're in Saudi Arabia, and as you know, many of the extremist groups who are fighting the Syrian government in this country are believed to be supported materially and in other ways by people in Saudi Arabia. Are you saying to people in Riyadh they've got to stop?
We're really calling everybody. We're calling all parties, all actors, everybody who has an influence, directly or indirectly, to bring a cessation of hostilities. I'm here attending a humanitarian conference in Riyadh.
Well, are you saying that to
really
people yourself?
All across. We're asking everybody. We have contacts throughout our system with different capitals at different levels, really to bring a change. I cannot find strong enough words to express our frustration, really not being able to bring assistance in East Ghouta. It's a distance of 10 kilometers, really, from downtown, 10 miles from downtown Damascus. There are warehouses, there is medical supplies, there is assistance that is just really down the road that we're unable to bring inside. So one more time, our appeal is to everybody to put aside the politics and really respond on a humanitarian imperative. The needs are there for people, and we have to be able to respond. I'm here.
When are you going to come here?
I have my colleagues. I have my colleagues in Damascus who are following up from Damascus. As a regional humanitarian coordinator, my role is in the region. To be able to bring forward a solution to this desperate situation that we see on the ground. So we are present in Damascus.
Thank you very much for joining us.